Hello and welcome to the Desired Grades. Myself Divya Gupta. In this video we will learn about the nuclear envelope, or we can say a nuclear membrane, and the nuclear pore complex. Now this topic will be helpful to you if you are in the school life, that is in the 9th, 10th or 11th, 12th. In that standard, the nuclear membrane or the nuclear pore complex is not explained in the detail. So if you want to learn something more, then you can refer this video. First of all, let's have a quick review on the cell nucleus. So we all know that inside the nucleus there is a nucleolus which is containing the rRNA. Then the space between the outer membrane and the nucleolus is the nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm is the structure where the chromatin are found. Then comes the nuclear envelope, which is the nuclear membrane which is surrounding the whole nucleus. You can see the purple color structure, and this nuclear envelope is containing the nuclear pore. About this we will learn soon. This is the another diagram which is showing the same structure, or it is more clear structure. This is the endoplasmic reticulum which is directly connected to the nucleus. You can see very clearly that there is a space from where the molecules can pass through easily. This is the nuclear pore and this forms the nuclear pore complex. This we will learn soon. This is the chromatin, this zigzag like structure, and this chromatin are containing the small molecules which are called the proteins. Nucleolus is containing the rRNA. Around the nucleus there this cross like structure, this is called a nuclear lamina. Clear? Now let's start with the nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane, this is the actually point, or this is the main thing which help us to distinguish the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. We all know very well that prokaryotes do not contain the nuclear membrane, while the eukaryotes contain the nuclear membrane. Now this nucleus is surrounded by the two concentric rings, two concentric membranes, outer membrane and the inner membrane. Here this is the outer membrane and this is the inner membrane. Now the space between these two membranes is called a perinuclear space. Now this whole membrane is containing the nuclear pores, and these nuclear pores are actually the site from where the exchange of material from the nucleus to the cytoplasm and from the cytoplasm to the nucleus will take place. Now the outer membrane is continuous with the ER. You can see very clearly over here that the outer membrane is there, and this outer membrane is continuing with the ER of the cell. Now why it is connected to the ER of the cell, we will see in the coming parts. If you have any doubt related to any other topic, you can mail me. The email ID is given in the description box. Now this is another diagram which is showing the same structure. Let's have a review on the nuclear pore. Now this is the whole structure of a nuclear pore. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane, and between these two membranes there is a pore like structure. Now whole the nuclear pore complex is actually looks like a octagonal symmetry. Before that, let's have a look on how many nuclear pores are there. Around 3000 to 4000 nuclear pores are there in the normal mammalian cell, and this nuclear pore is made up of multiple proteins and it forms a nuclear pore complex. Coming back to the nuclear pore complex, this nuclear pore complex are containing the 30 different proteins which we call as a nucleoprotein. If they are related to the nucleus, we can say it as a nucleoprotein. Now comes the central spoke assembly. This is what the central spoke assembly is this. Okay, and here there are 8 annular units, and this whole structure it forms between the nuclear pore, and this is the place from where the exchange of molecules will take place. This structure is connected, or it is attached to the membrane by the luminal rings. Now you can see that this is the cytoplasmic part and this is the nucleus part. Now the rings which are present towards the cytoplasmic part are called the cytoplasmic rings, and the ring which is present towards the nucleus part is called a nuclear ring. Now towards the nucleus part there is a basket like structure, you can see very clearly. Okay, this whole forms the basket like structure, but still the function of the nuclear basket is not clear, or it is not identified yet. Now the transport through the nuclear pore, we all have learned right now that the nuclear pore is the actually place from where the exchange of molecules between the cytoplasm and the nucleus, and from nucleus to the cytoplasm will take place. So this is a bidirectional transport. It means it will take place in the two way. Now what it is exporting, what the nucleus is exporting, it is exporting the RNA and the ribosomal subunit. Clear? And what it is importing, it is importing the proteins, and these proteins are actually synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum. And which endoplasmic reticulum? It is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now the transportation is of two types, passive transport or the active transport. We have already learned passive transport, it means it will not require any sort of external energy. This passive diffusion will occur only up to the protein which are of the size 50 kilodalton, and if the proteins are of size greater than 50 kilodalton, the active diffusion will take place over there. Now the transportation is actually guided by the two proteins which are called the importin and the exportin. The mechanism of importin and exportin we will learn in the next video which I will upload soon. This is just a review. Suppose we have to import something from the cytoplasm to the nucleus. So this is the importin protein and this is the importin cargo. Import cargo, it means what thing we have to import it. So this importin will carry this import cargo with it and will bring inside the nucleus. Clear? And it will release this import cargo into the nucleus. While if something has to be exported from the nucleus to the cytoplasm, there will be presence of the exportin, and this exportin will carry with it the export cargo. It means the molecule which you have to carry will carry outside the nucleus to the cytoplasm and will release the export cargo into the cytoplasm. The whole mechanism we will going to learn in the next video soon. If you have liked my channel, then do like it, subscribe it and share my video. Thank you.